Listen, ain't no school tomorrow, baby. Ain't no work tomorrow. We're gonna give you a nice long one tonight, alright? And then I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning. I'm gonna go see my mama. And I'm gonna come back here and do it again tomorrow night. About 6 years ago, I decided that I was gonna read the whole Bible. I was gonna start in Genesis and read all the way to Revelation. Not in one sitting, I ain't that crazy. But I decided I was gonna read the whole Bible. I've been around the Word most of my life since I was 13. Became a believer when I lived in Annandale, Virginia. But I never really started at the beginning and read to the end, but I wanted to get to know the character of God. So I started reading. About 3 months into that, tragedy hit our household. So I put the Bible down. I couldn't keep going. I didn't have the heart. But I kept walking past it. Finally, one day I picked up that Bible and I looked up at God and I said, I'm going to give you a chance. Imagine telling the God of all creation that you're going to give him a chance. That's what I told him. And I opened it back up and I started reading. And as I read, I learned something about relationship. You see, to have a relationship with anyone, you got to be talking to them, and they got to be talking to you. You got to be listening to them, they got to be listening to you. Well, the way I see it, the way God talks to us is through his word. And the way we talk to him is through prayer. So if those two things aren't happening, you have to wonder, do I really have a relationship with God at all? And there's something beautiful that comes with having a relationship with the God of all creation. You see, he makes us these promises, man. He makes us these promises, and the one I've been holding on to with everything in me for the last 5.5 years is this. God promises that if you have a relationship with him, that he will never leave you or forsake you. Please notice what it said and what it didn't say, because I was confused when my life got crushed. It didn't say you wouldn't go through hard things. He didn't say that the road you walk on this earth would crush you. What he said is, I will never leave. And I can tell you this, God has stayed true to that. My life, even though sometimes I had to work to find him, he was there. Scripture I've been holding on to for the last 5.5 years with everything. It comes from Psalm. Listen to this, let this wash over you, just listen. God is a safe house for the battered, a sanctuary during bad times. The moment you arrive, you relax. You're never sorry you're not. No matter who's hurt you, no matter how deep a hole your life is in, choose to knock on God's door. You will never be sorry you're not. Because he is there faithfully. I swear. Life was so good, I'm not so sure we knew what we had. I'll never be the same man. I'll never feel like I felt before. It's been a hard year, it almost took me down. But when my world broke to pieces, you were there faithfully. When I cried out to you, Jesus, you made a way for me. I may never be the same man, but I'm a man who still believes. When I cried out to you, Jesus, you were there faithfully. I've had a hard time finding the blue in the skies above me. And if I'm keeping it real, I've been half fake and half this. I may look like the same man, but I'm half the man I was. It's been a hard year, it almost took me down. But when my world broke into pieces, you were there faithfully. When I cried out to you, Jesus, you made a way for me. I may never be the same man, but I'm a man who still believes. When I cried out to you, Jesus, you were there faithfully. In my darkest hour, you met me so quietly, so gently. You said you'd never leave, and you stood by your word. So quietly, so gently, in all my pain you met me. You said you'd never leave, and you stood by your word. 'Cause when my world broke into pieces, you were there faithfully. When I cried out to you, Jesus, you made a way for me. I may never be the same man, but I'm a man who still believes. When I cried out to you, Jesus, you were there faithfully. I cried out to you, Jesus. Well, you were there faithfully.